All right, so what we want to do in the second phase of being more productive is to reduce distractions, and this requires some discipline. Now, what I mean by discipline is structured ways. Okay, I'm not talking about criticism, I'm not talking about punishment, I'm talking about ways that you can actually do things that will set up patterns of behavior that work very well for you. And the first one that we want to do is we want to sort. We want to sort things out in our physical world to things that, yes, these things help me be more productive. No, these things get in the way of my being more productive. And then there's this middle ground of maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I want you to take a look around. Look at your desk, look at your the desktop, look at your desk drawers, look at the environment of your office, and look around the rest of your the world that you live in. How many distractions are there? Most people, most desks that I have seen, except for the very compulsive, tidy type people, most people's desks are kind of a mess. And the problem with that is that you've got all sorts of distractions. You've got visual distractions, and each visual distraction typically reminds you of something that you've got to do. And so you end up with physical distractions as well. So here's a tip. Start with the top of your desk. You may need to start with one corner of your desk, but clean it off entirely. Put whatever is in there in a box. If you can clean off your entire desk and start with nothing on there except maybe your computer monitor and or your laptop, your keyboard, your mouse, the barest bones about being productive, that's a great place to start. And instead of trying to figure out what should I take off, and you just take everything off, and then you put back what you really need to. Only those things that need to be on your desk that are going to promote productivity. Now, you may have boxes of maybe I need it, maybe I don't. And maybe during this process, you spend an hour or two going through that stack of papers that seems to, I'm going to get around to doing something with it someday. Well, guess what? This may be the day. Or maybe you just leave it in that box for a while and you know that, hey, this is where my stuff on my desk is. And if I really need to find it, I can kind of look through it. So you want to sort in your physical environment the things, again, that work for you, that help you be productive. Get rid of the things that are just clutter. They just need to go away. Recycle them, throw them away, take them to Goodwill, give them to friends. I don't care. Just get them out of the way. And then you've got this middle zone, and what most people find, and certainly what I have found, is that stuff that's in that middle zone, there's very, very little about it that actually helps me be productive. The rest is, quite frankly, it's just junk. It's clutter. It's paid papers that I mean to file, but I'm probably never going to touch them. But in some cases I do, in which case I've got a notebook and I've got a whole stapler, hole puncher, and I just punch them out and stick them in a notebook, and there we go. So that'll be sort. Next up, this is pretty exciting. It will be simplify. So stay tuned.